says yes.
I was shooting my head at that time, so I did bop my head.
So, Adam.
Hmm?
She's over there.
She waved me off, so I guess I gotta go.
Or you could stand up to her.
No, she's trying to break my knees. I'm the only one here.
With knees.
Well, I don't think I have a spell to reverse the process. We check.
I could write a really sad song about that. But is the callus worth the result? I'm gonna have to say no.
Did you really wave them off?
No, she was just kind of...
Oh, okay.
Because you said Jill's right there, and she was just kind of... That's how she did it.
So you got the 3 aquatic elves and her.
I'm sorry about that tree on your ship.
There's no tree on my ship.
But
They got confused. There's no tree on my ship.
what a shame. I wanted to pay to go see that. So what's your plan?
I don't know yet. I really don't want to go back to my ship right now. Too many bad memories. And then again, this town doesn't hold very many good memories, so...
It holds nothing for me. Could I, perchance, charter passage on your ship?
I'm not... I mean, you can go up there and ask them if they will.
You bring up a good point.
Because I kind of just said that, you know, I wasn't partaking in it at the moment. Gave it over to my second mate for the time being.
She demoted him.
Boom.
That's what you get for running off into the forest. The hills. Alright. I swim on up to actually look at the ship this time, so...
The ship's not there.
I swim on up to where the ship would be to get a good look. The swimming begins this October.
You start swimming up. It is really far to the surface.
Excuse me.
Might take a day just to get to the surface.
Okay.
What do you do?
I hang out with my crew, see if there's anything they want to do.
Do we have to stay in this town the whole time? Can we just go somewhere?
Where do you want to go?
Well, there's plenty of cities. We can go to elf cities. We could go to...
None for you.
Go to elf cities.
Or
we could do the pirating thing down here.
Hmm.
You know, and start by...
I don't have a ship no more.
Well, you could be a pirate and steal your sister's ship.
Could do that. That would really fuck with her. I'm game. Just wait a little bit, see if any of the people up there join us. Be good.
I start growing coral on the ship.
Might have coral too. It's good for bashing in the ship.
You arrive at the surface. A day passes for you guys. And there's a big ship up there with a dolphin.
That was my crew. My original crew, anyway. That was the untainted crew.
Oh, Sam's here.
Wasn't the drow one of the
Wait.
untainted crew?
He's on this paper and... Nah.
But wasn't he part of the untainted crew?
He was part of the add-on of actual people. Yeah, he's not going though.
Okay. I was pretty sure he was part of the original crew.
Oh yeah, no. These were our filler crew.
Okay.
How many crew members can survive underwater, though?
40 of them.
Oh.
If we're not talking about their special armor. So, do you see the ship? You see the dolphin? You see a drow reading a note, and he looks amused. Almost happy.
Hi.
Like the game has started happy.
Hi.
And he's not black, he's white.
Oh yeah.
With tribal.
I
Hi.
forgot he was albino.
What are you?
I'm sure he took that part to heart.
I'm Mooney.
You.
You're what?
Well, no,
My
they
name's
never
Mooney.
asked. He was a drow, and they asked me
Yeah.
what drow were, and like they're black elves. Technically, it never came up.
So I was talking
Uh-huh.
to the person who said she was captain of the ship,
Uh-huh.
but then she told me that I wanted to ask stuff about the ship. I had to come up.
Uh-huh.
So how are you doing?
About to go fishing.
You.
Well, I gotta get going now. You have a good day.
You see a bunch of aquatic elves jumping into the water. And you hear, as you're going in the water, come back with the captain.
Time to speed on, speed on.
You see, they're outrunning you with dolphins.
Bastard. I knew I should have ate the dolphin.
Another day passes.
Any more?
The knock on your door.
What?
There's another knock on your door.
God damn it!
Well, you know it's not me. I would have just barged in.
Now I have to get up though. This was a thing before, wasn't it? Damn it!
One specific one did it.
Weren't you like stuck in your cabin because you didn't want to leave?
Yeah, no, I locked myself in the cab, and they just kept fucking knocking until I'd answered the door. Damn it!
There's one specific one that did it.
I don't even remember.
You will as soon as you open that door.
I opened the damn door.
See a
Slam it
blue
open.
goblin.
Oh, I forgot. He was. What was he? He was blue, wasn't he?
Mhm.
Oh, buddy. I missed you.
You made me come all the way down here and get wet.
But do I have a plan for you? It's not great. We're gonna commandeer a ship, buddy.
Oh, being a pirate?
Yeah!
Yeah, first mate said he'll kill us if we come back without you.
Well, but it looks like you better not come back.
Best bud, best bud.
You know he's following, right?
Okay. Okay.
He keeps scrying.
Well, he ain't gonna find me up there.
He keeps scrying.
That's cool.
Oh my god, you use water to scry. He's in his element. Best bud, best bud.
Alright.
I got horrible news. People are coming for your sister, best bud.
Okay,
I
this
came
is
as
what we're
fast as
gonna
I
do.
could.
There's this ship I gave to my sister for her birthday. Dumbass didn't even know she had it for the longest time. We're gonna commandeer that one and do our works down here.
That way you can sail north
Start
as
setting
much
up
as
an
you
assault
want.
and we'll get everybody to get going.
You know how to move this thing? We'll
40
show
of us
up with a grand
are already
entrance.
down here.
I
They're all
can do
waiting
my
outside.
best bud.
Let's go.
Just let me take this baby for a whirl.
All right.
All right.
So-
How do I get it to move?
I don't know. That's why I asked you.
Well,
So you stay by your ship the entire time?
We're talking about trying to make a grand entrance from your
Okay. Here's a grand entrance. 40 elves are surrounding you.
Just the elves? Sweet.
hey, I bought some of them fish on a stick. Hi, guys.
Hi.
We don't know you. The other three, you're like...
Are you saying all aquatic elves look the same?
No, they were the only ones in the town.
Those ones are in town.
I assume.
you-
Come on! I don't own the ship, but come on!
Hey,
I'm sorry. Can they come on?
I don't know. Never seen.
I'm
you
gonna
guys
start giving
before.
out orders on how we're taking the ship.
Well, they were outside your house
Start
the whole
moving
time.
Not all of them.
Well, those ones.
guys, sure.
Can they come on then?
You guys can
You
go.
see them start tending the duties on your ship.
Neat.
Thank you.
The one by the steering wheel is your sister.
Who?
Your sister is by the steering wheel.
No, I thought you moved.
No, we were talking about trying to move the ship the whole time.
Oh, she messed with your hair.
Oh, she touched me.
Thanks, sis! Oh shit, what is the Japanese thing? Fuck, it's for sister. You can't say Oni-san because that's a bro.
It's, me?
Nissan?
No.
Nissan!
Well, I mean, they would say that for, like, if it was, like, the older.
Wasn't that was the Oni-chan?
No, that's
No.
male.
Okay.
Like, Oni implies male. It's just kind of the different
Okay.
pronunciation depending on how the sit. Because
Okay.
it was Oba Ka.
Older sister.
お姉さん
Oh.
One-san. One-san. One. One-san.
All
Figured
right.
that out by watching any of the incest anime on Crunchyroll.
You mean
They-
most of the anime on Crunchyroll?
What have you been watching, Adam?
Well, that's just in general. I mean, that's anime.
Do they? That's Crunchyroll has a lot of questionable stuff. I'm surprised.
And I turned on the mature content, so I did.
Terrible.
So
We got the toothbrush scene now on there, so
Really?
yeah, it's on there. I mean,
That's so weird.
oh man, so many people
gonna go
didn't
bug
believe
in.
that existed, and
I got a bug same real quick.
You
like-
go bug.
So, who were your friends?
Dude, we're losing him.
yeah.
Give me just a minute.
But,
No!
but it's like Matt didn't believe that existed. Avila's didn't believe that existed.
It's almost as epic as the goddamn fucking chip scene.
Like Colin knew it existed, but he had never seen it before. So
That's
then
terrible.
Shabak's like, turn on mature content. We're gonna find this, and we're gonna watch that one scene just to prove it exists.
Why does it exist?
Because
Is that like a fucking thing in Japan I don't know about?
not until that point. But it's like that whole anime. That's the point of that whole anime is basically incesting anime. So
Is it?
yeah, like that's an anime like
But
multi-part
why
series.
teeth brushing though?
Because they had to make something else erotic.
Oh, it's so weird. Why would that be a thing?
We also turned on mature content to see what
I
like incredibly
we turned on
stupid things.
mature content for this and
Well,
this.
I didn't know that there was a thing to turn on mature content until Shabak told me how to turn on mature content. It's like, you gotta log on.
And then you never
Yeah.
turned it off.
Nope, didn't need to at that point. I was locked in on my path.
Okay.
Thank you.
2.
That's fine. You gave me like 4 of them before. So. But there was one that Shabak found where it was, oh, it was god awful, but there was a shark with a machine gun in its mouth, and that's really all I remember about it was the shark with the machine gun in its mouth.
Have you watched Tokyo Gore Police yet?
Oh yeah,
Fuck yeah, Tokyo Gore Police.
I remember when that came out. I like to have mature content also turn on like a whole lot of actually like live action stuff on the drama section, so there's just a whole bunch of like murder and not anime, I almost said live action murder anime. I can't even remember. I know they put out the final episode of Kunosaba.
So what, it's over now?
Yeah,
They beat the Demon King?
no.
No.
They beat another one of the captains, and
They beat one of them off panel and just said, yeah, we beat the witch by just showing up.
oh, you mean Wiz?
Yeah.
Yeah. They end up because they beat the Dalila, then they beat Wiz, then they beat a guy with a mask,
I saw that one.
and then they beat Poison Slime.
That was like the end of season 1, wasn't it? Or,
no, that's
no,
what? No, end of
No,
season
it's
1 is
halfway.
after they beat the Destroyer,
okay. It was halfway into season 2, I guess.
Yeah. and then they beat Poison Slime, and then at the very end, they show up and like it says thank you at the end, and then it gets to the point where they always have like that letter that they wrote to somebody, and it's like, thanks for all the support. We're gonna need it for the next season, and then they get cut off before they could say season. So
That's only like 10 episodes a season.
yeah, it's really
I think I'm like episode 6 of season 2 or something.
it's
Alright, I'm back.
I'm better than a maybe.
So who are your friends?
My crew.
Just
Neat. Are we going on an adventure?
Define we.
we're going
Well,
on a trip.
you're-
Mom wants to
here.
talk to you, by the way.
She does.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to her.
Listen, that's up to you. You know how she gets.
We're going on a trip for our fair.
Well, she did tell me I should leave.
You don't want to say
The
bye? at least?
Einsteins.
Even I said bye.
And say bye to you.
Messenger animal.
Okay.
Just says bye.
Okay. Messenger animal back. Good.
I said bye.
Aren't you a cheeky little fuck shit?
Yes.
Oh my god, I just love these kind of characters. God, you're smacking on my fucking lord!
That last two was intentional.
I was trying to ignore it, it just got worse though, and I was like, oh my lord!
That's why I was looking at your face and I was like,
I thought she was about ready to launch her.
I thought she was too.
I was like, oh fuck.
I was losing my mind over this.
She's gonna stop giving me jelly beans.
You ain't getting any more, it's already been decided.
Can I have an M&M?
No,
Whoever's M&M's there are.
they're mine, you can't have any.
Can I have one?
No.
Just one M&M?
Dude, I fucking stutter.
I won't smack. They're M&M's.
They're dark chocolate M&Ms.
I know, that's why I want to try one.
You may have one. If you smack it, your M&M privileges are revoked.
Where'd you get that bag from?
What bag?
Of the M&Ms.
Walmart.
I was gonna say they have certain ones for sale at Shop and Save, like 5 of that size bag for $10.
Oh, nice. Lots to do.
Like I wanted you to just purposely suddenly go like,
It's not bad. And I'm not really a big dark chocolate fan.
Yeah, they're not terribly bitter or anything.
now I'm going to slowly stick my hand into the cage. Well intentioned, and you son of a bitch.
So, the ship's getting rigged up.
Go to the, just right to the point. Yeah! I'm gonna name you Falcor.
What's your intelligence, by the way?
It's 14.
Okay.
It's higher than I wanted it to be.
It's higher than what you're playing it, that's for sure.
Yes.
He's just entranced with his big sister.
She's just
Ignore this
transfer.
one. It'll disappear probably eventually. Hopefully get eaten by something.
That's what you think.
Uh-huh.
You see him change the odds to her dying.
Okay, for this ship, it's the... What powers this ship? Like, because it's under the water and everything. And what powers this one? Play out again.
Out again?
Yeah.
It's basically a submarine.
It's the Ulysses.
Well, I was asking what powers it. Like.
Oh, no, we're using elementals.
Okay.
Poor elementals. Been locked in the ship because someone...
I go to the part where the core and put out my water whip. But the elementals talk amongst themselves.
They're a bunch of little water elementals.
Well, there's a water elemental in my water whip. There's a fire one in there too, but I'm not letting him talk. I didn't get that why it's called a water whip, but there's a fire and a water elemental in it, and you can switch between the two of them.
Reasons.
It's like I wouldn't specify a specific element at that point.
We take off to the nearest other settlement.
After 3 days, you arrive at Norfolk.
You writing this down?
We have left our circle.
You have left your mom's kingdom.
Why is it not working?
Nortvik?
Yep. Norrrvik.
Warwick.
Norvik.
Norvik.
You arrive at Norvik. It is a town.
Yes.
It's a town, guys!
It is a settlement of some
No
kind.
way!
Domed.
Oh,
I've read this Stephen King story.
Made completely out of coal.
Of
Coral.
Oh. I thought you said coal for a little bit. I was like, that's a pretty
yes.
shitty town.
There seems to be a cave entrance that leads to the interior of the town.
Okay, guys. Set up shop. We're gonna go get supplies. And get set up. Word. Captain stuff.
How big is the cave into the town?
Not big enough for the ship.
It wouldn't be big enough for her. Okay.
She's smaller than the ship.
Did I try to bring her with me?
She doesn't quite fit.
Oh. Wait out here.
Going to the town.
As you're going into the town,
Mhm.
you're greeted by a guard. Damn it.
Damn it, indeed.
Ham Shamit.
The humanoid has scaly skin with webbed fingers and toes. Sharp fang fills its mouth. It has a long tail ending in a curved fin, and it has fins on its arms, back, and head. Its great, staring eyes are deep black.
Is it a Swahigan?
Yeah.
Alright, I speak in Swahigan. Good. Greetings.
What brings you, fellow travelers?
Comprehend
Here-
languages. Or do I need tongues for this one?
You need tongues.
Need tongues.
Comprehend is for reading.
Right.
We're here to procure supplies for the trip. As you can see, the ship that I came on, though not my own, is filled with many a sailor in need of both food and other necessities
Heck no,
for
I'm
long
going
trips.
to the town.
I don't even have it. Okay.
Stops you with the trident.
Do you know who I am?
Do you know who I am?
I was a gnoll once.
A guard outside the town,
Exactly.
stopping a princess from a fellow in kingdom. From
Full of
visiting-
aquatic elves on a ship you have to pay a tie for.
All right. What's a ramming speed on the vehicle?
I guess we need
I'll
to
play
make
this game.
Don't get the ramming speed.
You gotta remember, Swegan and aquatic elves, they're rivals. Merfolk would know that.
I don't care.
I know.
Oh, I know. Oh, you don't understand.
No, I'm
don't
just
get-
making sure that you knew. Trying to throw that princess title around that.
No, I'm just trying to get fucking supplies for my town, for my vehicle. I don't plan on staying here.
I'm waiting for him to tell you what the ramming speed is.
I need the book.
Oh, that is kind of, yeah.
Grab the book.
Doesn't just say a section of ramming speed, no.
And how do you piss off a bunch of sharks? You ram them.
Well, I mean, you punch your shark in the nose to get to let you go too. So I mean, I'm just punching it in the nose apparently. So
Alright, a ram's a 66. And it lists the speed with wind, but we're using it like a sub, so.
So the damage for the ram is 66.
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
Cool.
She is pirating. Pound of her.
I'm in the way.
I wrote down more info as we need it, but
Measly 17.
You crack the coral.
Sweet. Do it again.
You hear the sweet screaming, "You! You!"
Are you okay, or you just don't want to put up with this, or?
We're doing the whole we don't give a shit what we're doing, so I'm doing the whole we don't give a shit what we're doing.
Huh?
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. What are we talking about? What are you
23.
What are you talking about?
What? 2, 3.
You break through. But what are you talking about? What's wrong, Joe?
I'm tired of lollygagging pirate campaigns.
Oh, so you're just wanting to pirate?
I'm tired of the bullshit.
Bullshit, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't know, but I think I just cracked the whole of this town.
Yes, the coral.
Cool. What to do?
Crack the coral.
We don't gotta pay a tithe anymore, so.
So it's open.
Yeah, the whole.
Oh. It's fine. I leave.
Okay. The ship is leaving.
get back on the ship, I mean.
I'll rename him because I already had this guy acting one way. I can't have him. I would have to.
You can get back on the ship.
No, I mean, I was already having. I'll just have a different person come on instead.
No, it's fine. We're just playing it up a little too much.
Playing up what?
I was.
The goofball stuff.
I mean,
Oh,
I
okay.
wasn't really trying to goof around that. Like at that point, at that time, I was trying to just talk our way in and stuff. But Well, I get it back on the ship then. So.
Okay. What do you guys do?
Well, we've got to plan out where we're going next now. So what's... Are we
there
going
any
to...
other sea-bearing vehicles down here?
I mean, sea-bearing vehicles.
Like just other submarine-like things going around at all? Like how common would this thing be?
Not a lot coming out. Oh, yours?
Or something like it.
She just means like any sort of submersible vehicle.
There would be plenty of other submersibles, just not coming to this particular city. Because this particular city would be using like sharks and stuff like that, like megalodons, dire sharks, sharks. That would be its mode of transportation because they're so heating. But if you went to like a water elemental town or an aquatic town or some humans that are underwater,
like the sea doors or something. Or
no,
something.
like literally humans,
humans
that went underwater, they would have true submarines. And those kind of towns, like the air breathers, those kind of towns, you will find it like really, really common because their submarine wouldn't be filled with water like your submarine is.
But theirs would be like the Revolutionary War kind of submarines, where it was the
think of
smaller things.
Smaller Nautiluses.
Okay, so
like think of Captain
could
Nemo's
actually
Nautilus.
have like a crew or something on it, not just like one or two people.
Yeah,
okay.
think of like Captain Nemo's Nautilus, but smaller.
Okay, so I didn't think those would be actually all that common and stuff, just in terms of subs and stuff.
Well, I mean, we also, if you look at the map, we're actually in quite a almost populated area, considering it's the bottom of the ocean.
But I wasn't. I mean, I was paying attention, but I forgot how much. Like, where does the ocean? Did you say that like the
This
ocean
is
level?
That's
is
all
the ocean.
underwater.
So we like the entire landmass is underwater.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember if that's what you had said or what. And I didn't want to. Huh.
And like the rivers are more like ravines and whatnot.
Like deep crevices.
Yeah,
The trenches and
trenches.
stuff.
That's the word I was looking
Yep.
for.
Is there anywhere on the map that's like with the mountain areas? Would they be slightly above water, or is it just all completely submerged?
There'll be underwater mountains.
Okay, so it's just completely. There is
Yeah.
nothing that's above.
The only one that's above would be this part right here. And that's the mountain that's so tall that it's above water.
Okay. So where should we go next then, or instead? Since
I mean, we can go. You guys can go back there.
I
don't
don't
think they'd
think-
appreciate me going.
yeah.
back
Well, I
there.
don't think anybody that was from the ship I don't think anybody from the ship's going to easily be able to get back into that
So
town.
I'm just wondering, why did you decide to do that?
Wild hair up my ass. Way to take out frustrations. My character. Kind of tired of bullshit.
The guard was just doing his job. Oh no.
The guard was in his way, and it's a pirate way. So
Exactly.
I just didn't know if you were
I thought you were
fed
Sam-
up at playing or anything. Or
for a little bit. I thought you were going to like ram a couple times and then start shooting something at the town because there was a big opening now. But
Break open their pretty little coral place. Just call it good.
okay, weird. Alright, so. But like I said, I don't think any of us could really get back into that town. No problem. Especially because they'd have sharks and stuff, like Brand said. Any of us get out of the sub, we're liable to get torn up
You
pretty
need to
good.
control that thing.
I don't know what's wrong with it today.
What, your stomach?
It's still going. It's still
I
over
didn't
here
hear it
making
that time,
noises.
so
It's terrible, man.
There's a deep hunger.
There's still another fajita up there if you want it.
I'm not hungry though.
I forgot about your fajita.
But
But
Well, I want to see everything.
It seems
what's the
like
black line?
correct.
what's the red line then?
Kingdoms.
Okay. And the dotted black line? Like there.
Continent lines.
Okay. Now, in terms of any of the... Because we're along the coast of the landmass and stuff. Is there... Well, it wouldn't be really coast anymore. But we're along the edge of the landmass. Is there anywhere notable in the general area that we are that might have something of real note or anything? Like... I mean, I guess if we're going to, like, pirate, is there anything...
Well, that's what I'm saying.
No,
You're in Suegan territory, so everything in their whole kingdom will be all shark.
Well, that I'm not talking about like racial. I mean, like, is there area where it's no
Trade
like
routes.
this is something that's specific?
Yeah, so
They'd use currents for the trade routes.
That's what I was asking, because it looked like trade routes, so...
Now, what type of pirating are you wanting to really... Are you wanting to do raids on, like, settlements and stuff? Or are you wanting to kind of do ambushes on other ships,
Let's do
like
some
trade ships or
ambushes.
something? Alright. You said we're up here, right?
You just
Right here.
hit that city.
Okay.
And,
Twice.
yeah.
It's true. We don't want to go, if we're going to do ambushes, we don't want to go too far in, especially with where these other towns are out. I can't
There
really
are
see.
others. Think of this as like, this will be the capital.
The red ones are capitals, and the black ones are... Well, then we definitely don't want to go here where they're pretty clustered and stuff. They'd be able to provide support. But maybe if we were to come in around here, if we don't want to go too far and stuff, that way we're a bit far enough out that if we were to do an ambush, there shouldn't be any immediate response. But because everything is fairly close around here, there should be at least some activity and stuff that we could actually use to our advantage. I mean, because if you go too far out, like if you go out here, it's going to start getting more and more sparse because it's further and further out. Here, it's clustered enough that we can take advantage of that.
But the thing is, you also...
But we don't want to do it too much because of the fact that it is clustered. We're only going to get maybe one or two shots at it before action starts taking place, especially because, I mean, we hit up there, we actually attack, so at least in the immediate area, they're going to be a bit on, well, not a bit, they'll be on the defense.
Just a little bit.
Oh, well, it's cool, those kids will be kids, whatever. So that's why I'm saying we should probably move to at least about here. We're far enough out that, I mean, it's going to be a little sparse, but we're close enough to here that we can take advantage of that.
Which direction is the current going?
You're asking too many questions.
That's one question.
Well, that would be a valid question to
I know.
ask. I mean, it's...
Give me a second.
Yes.
We'll have this current go like this. So this one goes, and then...
Loops.
How would people go from here to here to trade?
Very carefully.
Obviously not using that current.
You can't go places without using the current.
Or it would just speed up the process.
But one of the things that you're going to have to remember is, what are you pirating for?
Yeah,
Like, if you're going to try to get cargo and stuff, you need to know what each of the kingdom's racial...
Well, that's what I was trying to ask earlier. Like, I was asking what is of note, like, of trade for this area. I was trying to figure that
but
out.
I was saying that then what you know is these guys are Swahigan. You know...
Like, they just deal in sharks. Like, it's just like, well, we got a shark. You want to buy the shark?
Yes.
Swahigan are pirates themselves, in a sense.
I know. Well, I know that, but I'm just like...
That's what I'm saying. They don't...
So even pirates would trade at that point, especially if you're going to set up a...
But that's
so
what I'm saying.
close to everything
So he can
else.
trade in people.
absolutely agree. But,
Yeah, that's what usually trading people is.
so, if anything, then the chances are actually fairly high that with this being as close to this week, that either they also are some sort of pirating group, or they're constantly getting preyed on by the Swehigan. I mean, there's a chance. I don't know for sure. I would imagine you probably want to try and pirate from the home area that you have. I mean, I don't know.
That's part of
You
Mom's
could be
land.
you could be that merciless where you're just like, well, fuck it. But
Mom would probably get a kick out of it.
it's cute.
Just let her be. She's acting out again.
Part of the reason why I would say we would want to try and raid from somewhere around here is because it is still mountainous area. Like, most of this looks like it's set up at least where mountains had been. So I mean, there's still the chance that somehow they found a way to continue the mining deep down to get at the maybe jewels or metals or something that we could either use or sell. I mean, I don't know, again, but I'm just saying, because there's so much setup around there, that seems like it might be a likely possibility. I mean, especially with the fact that the ship is metal on the or
Yeah, but we also haven't hit anything yet, so we pretty much have bare bones material. We might need to hit up an actual...
like for just legitimate supplies.
Just legitimate supplies.
Oh. Then, in terms of if we were to go for supplies, this is desert area. Like, this is like
No
sanded
vegetation.
and stuff.
Like
Okay.
anything that has like the tree shapes, those are like seaweed gardens and stuff like that.
Coral reefs and etc.
Okay.
Yep.
So we came from here.
Those are basically
This is initially, and then we went
sandbanks.
here. Right? We started here, and then we came here.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say here, because it looks like there is at the very least some form of vegetation or something that we can take advantage of in terms of food. And it seems like it's a decent amount of area. They do have a little bit of mountainous area, so there might be materials and stuff that we could also get. But it also seems like there's not really, in terms of settlements or anything, there's not really a whole lot. I can't really tell what that symbol looks like, because there is, like, for some of these red ones, there's a bit of a difference.
Yep.
And I can't, like, I
It's
don't know
whether
the
it's-
difference.
Those are the palace kingdoms. Like, this is a fort.
Mhm.
It's just straight up a fort.
Well, if we're going for just general supplies and everything, I would say probably, in terms of something being closest, this would probably be our best bet, because they would have done a decent amount of work as gathering the supplies themselves. Because if we really wanted to push it, we could go up here and maybe get supplies, but I mean, then that's going on the fact that if we move up there, we would have to do the work of actually gathering the supplies ourselves rather than
Avoid going up that way.
then forget I said anything about going up that way, because
That's Sha area.
Papa's there.
we can take him. We have a sub. There's no way that they could beat us. But
Until he uses constrict.
damn, with one move he outmaneuvered me completely.
Or Stick's breath.
Yeah, but I feel like he would just crush it.
Well, he's big enough he could probably just swallow the ship.
It's true.
And there's bratty little snow elves up there too, bastards.
Let's buy the city from Wonder Dad.
Fucking hate them. I love them, but I hate them. But yeah, I would say here, or if we wanted to, maybe up here, in terms of being the closest areas for us to make a move against that for supplies, because like I said, these two areas, they actually, this one seems like it's much closer to the vegetation and everything. This one, there is vegetation, but it's kind of set a bit closer to the sanded areas, so.
Which way is north and south?
South, north.
Okay, let's go south.
Who are you?
She's the captain.
That's not what the captain would say.
You don't know that. You metagame.
No.
Now the elves are looking at her like a little crazy though.
Now, I would say that with us going right now, probably going full out to get there quickest would not be the best. We should probably end up sending out I would say send out a couple people to kind of spy on the general, kind of take in the general terms of defenses or whatever they have on them.
For us.
Yeah, because we would be moving into area that
You've been doing nifty shit like that. Send your sister.
But we would be moving into a general area that we know nothing about.
Yeah.
And in terms of attacking or trying to do any sort of raid or ambush, if we go in and we have no idea of what we're going against,
We're just going south for the supplies right now.
Yeah, we just
We don't
went
have
in.
to steal
We
it.
could always buy the stuff, come back later, and steal the money.
Exactly.
well, then it would still be a good opportunity to actually spy and kind of take in while we're getting the supplies, because that way then we can basically mark down and plan ahead.
You're keeping track of what races are in what city, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now we're like in terms of supplies, we're only going for.
Here.
In terms of supplies, we're only going for like the general stuff, like food and
What was
What's
that?
the
water
bulbs?
and.
What was that again? Zin?
Okay.
Zia?
Zeeberg. Like Seaberg. Only with a Z.
It's the ship list from last game. I assume we want all the good stuff again. It's basically everything that's on the path
Oh,
guide,
okay.
plus more. If we can get some ship upgrades, it'd probably be for the best.
Like, what sort of ship upgrades would you be wanting first? Are you wanting, like, a reinforced hull kind of idea, or weapons, or
Both.
better ramming, like a better ram head or something like that, or would there?
Can't really do that with the glass bubble on the front of our...
Well, I mean, how you could do like it's just a glass bubble, but if you remember, it had those prongs that kind of stuck out. You could reinforce or reshape those prongs around the bubble, where the bubble could still maintain, but the prongs could have better stability when they are ramming against things. Because, I mean, right now we've only rammed it against coral. Eventually we might end up having to try and ram it against something else that's made out of metal. Eventually.
Or the bottom of a ship that just, refixes itself.
For
The shits and giggles of it.
Huh?
Just for the shits and giggles of it.
And would there be any way of increasing the speed of the ship? Because it's powered by the elementals.
Stronger elementals.
Okay, so basically...
Basically go down
We
to
got
the
essentially,
engine
like,
room, be
droplets or
go,
something.
guys, need to try fucking harder.
believe to achieve. But, like, right now we have, like, the equivalent of maybe, like, kind of droplet kind of things when we need ponds. So, ponds. Now, we should maybe also... No, that seems like something for later, for the situation. I was going to say we could try for basically like buoy mines eventually too, for an ambush, like set those up preemptively and...
Or just be a dick and set them along the trade route.
just come in and pick up what's floating.
Looks like we caught something today, boys.
Looks like meat's back on the menu. He was my favorite orc. But, alright. Who would you end up wanting to send once we would make it there to basically procure the supplies and stuff? Well, at first I would send at least like 1 or 2 people in, have them basically
The goblin.
look around, kind of take in everything, taking the prices, and for getting lower prices on stuff, would negotiator or persuasive help me out with that, or
For what? Better prices?
like better pricing and stuff?
Charisma checks.
Well, I meant like I have the feats like persuasive. I didn't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Persuasive, negotiator.
Nah.
And then I had deceitful too for when I tried to steal stuff or
Terrible.
try to swindle people.
Diplomacy.
Well, I mean, I only have 4 elves. Only 4 levels
Where do you keep all your elves?
in my
And
belt of
pocket.
many
In your
pockets.
pockets? You monster!
Actually, 3.
I only have 4 levels in Bard, and the
fine.
rest of the levels are in Rogue. So
Alright.
I do the Bard to get in close to people, and then I steal from them. But one moment, I'll look up what those
How
do.
many aquatic elves do I still have? Because remember we had the one male,
Mm-hmm.
and they were trying to reproduce.
Uh-huh. And
many?
40 of them came.
How many babies though?
Let's just say the one male's not down there.
Deceitful. Oh, deceitful is for disguise and forgery checks. And persuasive. You get +2 on all bluff and intimidate checks. What's negotiator doing?
A few days pass.
Negotiators diplomacy
And you make it
and
two.
sense motive.
Soda for